Hi everybody, welcome to this third and final video in this three-part series of what to do when you're not moving forward. So in our first video we looked at your core values, exploring and establishing your core values as a way of helping you to come unstuck and start being able to move forward. In the second video we looked at establishing habits and how important habits were as a way of building momentum to keep you going forward, so breaking bad habits and creating good new habits. And in this third video we're going to be looking at what keeps you stuck, why you might actually be unconsciously resisting moving forward. So there are things that you know that you could be doing to help you move on. Sometimes we talked about things like going no contact with your ex-partner, if that's something that's possible for you in your situation. It could be things like reading books or doing some kind of self-help program that you know is going to pick you up and get you going forward. It could be doing exercise or having a more healthy lifestyle or being more creative. Whatever it is that you know is going to help you move forward, there are things that you could be doing and you are stopping yourself from doing them. You might procrastinate around it, you might make excuses for why you can't do it, and you'll probably be thinking to yourself, well, I don't know why I'm doing this, or I'm just being lazy. But often it's the case that it's not just laziness, there's something underneath. There are deeper beliefs that you have that are stopping you from actually doing those things. They're keeping you blocked. So I'm going to go through a little list now of some of the ways that we can resist ourselves, some of the reasons that we resist moving forward. So it could be the belief that, I don't believe that I can be happy. And if you have that deep belief, then of course that's going to be blocking you. Why would you do these things if you don't think that they're going to make you happy? I don't believe that it's possible to get what I want is another one. If I do become happy, then it won't last. That can be a real fear, a real deep fear that we have. If you've been through a relationship breakup, if you've had a relationship that's ended badly, there could be that fear that, if you get happy again, why should it last? It didn't last last time. Why would it last the next time? So, on some level you stop yourself moving forward because you just think it's all going to be taken away again. How about this one? If I do this work on myself, if I do the things that I say that I want to do in order to move forward, I'm afraid that my ex is lost to me forever. And part of you might be holding on to this hope that your ex and you are going to get back together again. There might still be some denial going on there. So you think, on a deeper level, you're thinking, well, if I do this work and I start this moving on process and I get, I really get into myself, then that person's lost to me. I've moved on too far. So that could be something that you're not even conscious that's going on for you. You think that you want to move on, but that's something that's holding you back. Sometimes there are deeper self-worth issues going on. What do you feel about yourself? How deeply do you love yourself? If you don't really love yourself and you don't really value yourself, you will on some level stop yourself from doing the things that you know that you need to do to move forward. And then, another one that's similar to the thing about your ex-partner is, do I feel worthy of doing this stuff if it's just me? What's the point? What's the point of doing these creative, beautiful things to move on? What's the point of really caring for myself if at the end of the day I'm just going to be alone and it's only going to be me? So that might be a deeper belief that you have there. So it's time for you to get really clear on what your beliefs are. You may have some of those, you may have a couple of them, you may have some completely different ones, but what I want you to do is to start to go within now. So take some time to do some journaling and sit down and get really clear on what your deeper beliefs are, what might be sabotaging you from doing the things that you know will help you to move forward. Where is your resistance coming from? So spend some time doing that. I mean, it could be that I say to you, sit down and do some journaling, and there's resistance to even doing that because of your deeper beliefs. So check in with yourself and see what's going on there. When you have your list, when you have your ideas about what it is that's causing resistance for you, it's time to work on those. Now, one of the ways that we can do this is with EFT, which is the Emotional Freedom Technique tapping, which I've talked about in the group before, and I've done a video workshop on that, so I'll pop a link to that below. And that can be really good for helping you to get clear on what your beliefs are, processing your emotions around them, and then releasing it. Because what we want to do is, we want to have awareness. Awareness is really key here to what's going on, but we also want to release it, because we need to release those blocks in order for you to then start to be able to do the things that you know you could and should be doing that are going to help you. You might even find that you have it brings up some deeper stuff, and especially if it's things around self-worth and self-love, and that has a deeper impact and it goes further back into your life, it might be something that you need to explore further in counselling, or something that you just need more help with. So just be aware of it, and be aware of where you need to go with this new awareness that you might be bringing up for yourself. So when you have worked on this and you've looked at where you might be sabotaging yourself and where you might be resisting, it's really great, because once you've cleared this, you can then go back to doing the other videos in this series. So you can go back to your core values and it will start to make sense to you. So obviously we looked at core values, and you talked about what it is that you want from life, what it is that's important to you, but for some reason you've been stopping yourself from having it. So this is where looking at the resistance and clearing the sabotages is going to help you. You can then go back to the video 1, look at your core values and say, oh, okay, this is why I haven't been doing what I said that I should be doing. And the same for habits as well. You may have gone through that video, made a whole list of habits that you want to change and what you want to do differently, but now you've just realized that there's resistance underneath it, and that's what's been stopping you. So you can go back and use the other videos in this series and use them all in combination with each other to be able to help you if you've really been feeling stuck. So I hope that this video series has been a help for you. I think that we've touched on, some of the core things that you need to do if you're feeling stuck and you're really not moving forward and it's been some time after your breakup. So come back to them time and time again. I always say that any kind of personal growth work is never just a one-time event. It's ongoing. You might find that you clear some resistance to something and then something else comes up later down the line. So please keep coming back to these videos, because they will help you with that. If you're not sure what it is that you should be doing, you may have some ideas in mind and you think, right, okay, well, I've got these ideas now about how to help me move forward, and you need a whole load of strategies. You can have a look at my Stop Focusing on Your Ex program, and I'll pop a link to that below as well, because that will give you dozens of different strategies that you can be using. And now that you have got the tools from this video to keep you moving forward, to give you the momentum to do those things that you know that you should be doing, it can be really useful to have a plan in place and to have a strategy in place. So I hope that this series has been helpful for you. It will be staying up in the group, and you can come back to it time and time again. If you have found it useful, pop some comments below for me. Let me know how it's been for you, and I will continue to see you in the group and be supportive and keep supporting each other moving forward. Okay, take care and bye for now.